I'm here live at our site tonight. That's Virginia High School for the Virginia versus Hibbing rivalry game. Hibbing comes in at 1-3, Virginia at 2-2. Championship Friday at the state fast pitch softball tournament at Caswell Park in North Mankato. We have two teams still alive. Garrett Skirvich led the Hermantown boys hockey team within a goal of the state title in Class A this year. Typically, when you pit a 4A school against a 2A school, the big school is the favorite and expected to win. Well, that's not the case here tonight. The happiest twin to see opening day here at Target Field might be Justin Morneau, the big first baseman, back on his home diamond for the first time since his concussion last summer. Ice climbing is a great winter sport for the advanced, but also for beginners. A big night at Duluth Marshall School, where they've decided to turn their girls hockey program into a AAA elite hockey team. Donovan McNabb watched while other quarterbacks on the team took extra snaps, something they're excited about. We'll see what happens with this year's Hawks. They're off to a great start, 7-0 after tonight. For now, from Hermantown, I'm Eric Gullickson, KQDS Fox 21 Sports. Duluth native John Denny began his ski jumping career at Chester Bowl.
My father brought us out there young, and we learned to jump at a young age and then followed it on through the years.
Denny grew to love the sport, reaching its pinnacle in 1984, jumping for Team USA at the Sarajevo Olympic Games.
To get to that level where you're competing day to day with the best in the world is something you never forget.
Like his father before him, Denny began passing along his sport to his son, Andre.
He started me when I was just, 2 or 3 years old on skis. I just started on the really small, just bumps, and you just work your way up and, love the sport.
Andre is one of the best in his class, competing nationally since 5th grade.
It's a progressive, you get good on one hill and then you go up to the bigger one. And it's a real big milestone every time you move up to a bigger jump.
You put a better landing in than your dad used to.
Now a junior in high school, Andre's hoping to make the jump to Junior Worlds.
Every year I just love it more and more. It's you don't get the same feeling you do from this sport, many other things in life.
John not only passed along that knowledge to Andre, but others from Grand Rapids hoping to become ski jumpers themselves.
He does a lot of work here on the jumps. He always is coaching us, and it really makes our club work.
Amazing. He has done so much for this group. He's really made it happen.
Grand Rapids senior Tyler Hutchins has been training with Andre for over a decade.
We're constantly pushing each other. We're always trying to beat each other.
Give and take. One person will be better than the other one week, and the other one will just push it that much harder to catch up to him.
When Tyler graduates, he plans to head to Lake Placid, New York to continue his training.
I'm definitely hoping to go to the Olympics 2014. That's definitely a goal.
The others have a great training facility in their backyard and an opportunity to enjoy the great outdoors that many do not.
It takes a special kid that'll walk up a jump that high and sail that far, but it's very exhilarating and very rewarding for these kids.
At Mount Itasca and Coleraine, Eric Gullickson, KQDS Fox 21 Sports.
Let's go. Come on, start her off.
In the last 90 years, there have only been 3 basketball coaches at Chisholm High School. Bob McDonald has held the job for the last 50 years.
You don't want to run into a pack on defense inside. Stay wide.
And recently, the Blue Streaks earned him his 950th career win, by far and away the most in Minnesota basketball history.
But I always remind myself, in spite of the wins, that there are many guys that don't have as many, half as many, and they work just as hard, but they aren't in the right environment. You move your foot over that line before it hits the rim, no count.
Rolls Gym has been that environment for Bob, first as a player, now as a coach.
This has been a place where I kind of make my home when I'm not actually in my own abode, with my family, my wife, and the like. But it's been a pleasure being here.
McDonald's teams won state titles in 1973, 75, and 91.
Come on and throw a crisp pass. We don't have to have floaters in there.
And in more than 50 years around the court, we've seen basketball evolve.
The game is more psychological now, I think, than physical. To a great degree. You have to have a right frame of mind. The game is speeded up.
While many aspects of the game of basketball have changed over the past few decades, a few things have not, including Coach McDonald's philosophy on how to make young boys into grown men by the time they graduate from Chisholm High School.
I mean, haircuts, we wear suits everywhere we go, even home games. You got to be good outside of the sport before you can be good in it.
He's a great coach, but his main focus is to help us become better men in society, and he does a great job with that. He's a great mentor, and I'm really honored to have him as a coach.
Jump stop, on a dime, be tough.
And if Chisholm's lucky, McDonald has coached his successor, not Not that he plans on hanging up his whistle anytime soon. In Chisholm with photojournalist Nathaniel Capitan, I'm Eric Gullickson, Fox 21 Sports. Duluth's Brian Zahler is an adrenaline junkie, always looking for the next extreme sport.
No motors involved, no gas, no, once you get there, nothing but you and the waves and the wind.
He fell in love with kiteboarding while on vacation in Mexico.
Saw it on the video camera there and had to do it. Just had to learn it.
Zahler came back to the Twin Ports, bought gear with his buddies, and found out learning on Lake Superior is harder than it looks.
Between the waves coming in and the kind of the undertow pulling you back out at times, it's tough to learn here. Once you're able to handle the waves and stuff, it's one of the funnest places around.
For experienced riders like Superior's John Stroh, the Big Lake offers a launch pad, unmatched in the Midwest.
I moved up here because of kiteboarding on this lake. We just kind of sit and wait for these days.
Boarders like Ty Belden even watch weather patterns to determine when it's prime time to fly.
We live for this. It's funny, when we look at the forecast, we never even look to see if it's raining or if it's going to be cold or anything. We just see the wind and we go for it.
When the red flag flies at Park Point, it means the conditions are high for rip current. Swimmers keep out. But for kiteboarders, it's the perfect conditions for their sport.
Anytime we get 20 to 30 mile an hour winds, that's when it really gets fun.
You can jump 30, 40 feet in the air if you want and land feather smooth.
All of the riders surfing for weightlessness in the Lake Superior sky.
It's sort of like that runner's high that people explain, where they're just sort of out and they lose themselves in the run. A lot of times kiteboarding is like that.
Giving these boarders a perfect way to enjoy even the most unfriendly conditions in the great outdoors. In Duluth with photojournalist Nathaniel Capitan, I'm Eric Gullickson, KQDS Fox 21 Sports.
Time now for Fox Sports with Eric Gullickson.
Welcome back. Well, the top-ranked UMD men's hockey team led Michigan Tech Friday 4-0, but then the Huskies turned it on. They tallied 4 unanswered goals, and they took a tie with UMD. That's not very good. The Dogs' win streak ending at 8 at home. Jack Connolly's scoring streak also ending that night in a program record, tying 22 games for Jack, and he was looking to get back on track. The Dogs now 3 points back in the WCHA ranks, and they were looking for a win tonight against Michigan Tech. Brad Olson, though, Superior native, gets it started for the other guys. He puts it home unassisted, and that gives the Huskies a 1-0 lead, and then they pour it on. After they score a power play goal, they're back up a man, and they give and go, and David Johnstone's there, and he puts it home, and that makes it 3-0 Huskies in the first. They are all over UMD. They're not done. MTU, Jacob Johnstone, another give and go, another goal on the near side. Kenny Ryder got yanked after that. They were up 5-0 in the third, and it just went final. Michigan Tech 5, Minnesota Duluth none. 1 point weekend for the Bulldog men. The St. Scholastica men took down UW Stout 3-2 today on the road. UWS beat Stout Friday 4-2. They had the night off, so a big weekend for our home teams. The number 10 ranked UW Superior women going for a sweep of UW Stevens Point today over at Westman Arena. Big chance for the Jackets. 5-on-3 power play early, but big stop out front by Jana Bilke-Skoog, and that's still scoreless. Another chance late in that advantage. Haley Olmstead can't find the trigger, and they would kill it off. This would be scoreless after one, but a score fest from there. The Jackets earn the sweep. 6-2 is your final. Well, 8th-ranked Minnesota Duluth completing a season sweep of St. Cloud State today in women's hockey. They win 2-1 on the road, and this one just went final. St. Norbert 2, St. Scholastica 1. Your final in women's hockey from Mars Lakeview. They play again tomorrow at 2 o'clock, so go check them out. Well, Northeast meeting Northwest boys hockey high school this weekend right in our area. A pair of top 20 matchups taking center stage in Duluth. A top 5 clash featuring Thief River Falls and Marshall at Mars Lakeview Arena this afternoon. And it lived up to the billing. 2-0 TRF second period. Hilltoppers get on the board. Judd Peterson to Cameron McClure, and he puts it in the back of the net. It's 2-1 after 2. Third period, Prowlers on the man advantage. Shot from Chris Foamy, and that slapper finds the net. 3-1 TRF in front, but Marshall doesn't back down. They respond quickly. Boomer from Chris McKenzie, and that finds the top corner. Nice goal, but not enough. That's as close as they get. TRF tacks on another, and they win 4-2, ending a 6-game win streak for Marshall. Downtown we go. Heritage Center. Number 12 Warroad taking on number 17 Duluth Denfeld. Second period we go. Nice pass out front from Brendan Johnstone to Stephen McIver, and that's a goal. We're tied at 4 in this one. Then, third period, 5-4 Warriors in front. Denfeld battling on the doorstep. They fight. Either someone pushed the net off or covered it in the crease. Either way, they are awarded a penalty shot, and it goes to Nick Forbert. He does the business, puts it home, and it's a 5-all game in the third. What a wild one. Later in the third, though, Warroad's Tommy Astrup, look at the move and the goal. Nice finish, 6-5 Warriors. And that's how this penalty-filled battle would end. 6-5 in favor of the Warriors. Well, the top-ranked Hermantown Hawks still undefeated tonight. 5-3 winners over New Prague. CEC boys go on the road. They take down a St. Francis squad. They've won 2 games and 2 nights for the Jacks. 6-3 is your final in that one. The NHL All-Star Weekend held its skills competition tonight in Ottawa, and one former Bulldog on hand, Justin Falk, and he was taking on Jason Spezza, Daniel Alfredson, Shea Weber, and that big fella Zdeno Chara. The former Bulldog hit 95 miles per hour in the hard shot competition. The big man, Zdeno, was the winner. And finally, guys, congratulations to Moose Lake Willow River's Josh Caesar. Fitting name. He broke John Mayasic's single game record for goals in a game. He scored 8 goals today, Jake. That's unheard of.
That's impressive.
And they beat North Branch 13-5.
Thank you very much, Eric. We'll be right back with your last weather.